Edmonton, Illinois. It's Jason here to talk with you for a two-part series on the enhancements that are coming to ExactPath this summer. So this is the first of two, and this one is talking about our assessments within ExactPath and how we are trying to contribute to the idea of creating a balanced, helping you create a balanced assessment system within your school and district. Let's talk a little bit about where we've been over the last 2 months, or 12 months rather, within ExactPath. We've released grade level proficiency connected to our diagnostics. We've reimagined the K2 experience. We've released 50 new lessons to really enhance the experience for our youngest learners. We have a partnership with Reflection Sciences, and we have an assessment that can assess your students' executive functioning abilities. And our activities now have a really strong connection to social and emotional learning. We can now take your NWEA MAP scores through an API integration and directly upload those into ExactPath. We've also enhanced the dashboard on the admin side. This is where we're going over this next year. Again, twofold focus on the robust assessment side. We want to make sure that we help you create a balanced assessment system, and we have now our own goal of creating a balanced assessment system within ExactPath. And then learner engagement. Part 2 of this series will really concentrate on the learner engagement experience. So again, we're committed to bringing you a comprehensive set of assessment options inside one platform, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Everything that you see within those green dashed lines are assessments that we are working toward to improve the experience and improve the data that you can have within ExactPath. You're always going to have formative assessment, of course, with your progress checks, with your mastery tests as kids are going down their individual learning paths. We're going to have some additional formative assessment that's coming for this next school year within ExactPath as well. You've always had access to our diagnostics, so whether you use our diagnostics that are norm referenced and adaptive and diagnostic, or you use something like NWEA MAP or REN Star 360, that's that diagnostic assessment that can be given 2 to 4 times per year. Now, another component that we're going to be adding along with that additional formative assessment piece is a benchmark assessment that's directly linked to state standards. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in just a second. You now have access to our diagnostics within ExactPath as a standalone. So if you're looking for an additional piece of data in an MTSS program, if you're looking for, you're looking to triangulate data, you can have a norm reference, an additional norm reference data piece with our diagnostics. So whether you want the kids to have learning paths afterwards, or if you just need that additional piece of data, that diagnostic assessment that you're going to give to the students 2 to 4 times per year to measure growth, you can have access to our diagnostics either way. Within our diagnostics in ExactPath, you're going to have an accurate and efficient assessment to really look at growth. And the screenshots that are up here on the screen right now are some glimpses into what data you can take a look at, particularly as you're looking at how the students are answering the questions, how we're finding that exact right level within the diagnostic, so we can find that entry grade score. And again, you can see here along the right-hand side, but you're very quickly and easily able to see growth from one diagnostic period to the next. The data that are available when students take the diagnostics in ExactPath, you can see growth, typical growth, progress and relative performance, how are students comparing to other students across the country who have taken the same diagnostics. You can see that grade level proficiency. That's one of the more recent enhancements. You've always had access to the national percentile ranking. So again, it is a norm referenced assessment, and you've got that learning path entry grade. So again, what is the grade level associated with the first skill for each student that's showing up in their learning path? You'll be able to now see year over year reporting when you're using our diagnostics. You can see how those metrics compare, how the kids are improving, how certain classes grade levels are improving from year to year, and you can now see reporting based on demographics. So you've always been able to enter demographics for your students into ExactPath. now you're able to see how they're performing on the diagnostics in Exact Path according to their subgroup. Now, within the formative assessment side of things, remember that balanced assessment system. Within the formative assessment, and then also within the benchmark assessments, the criterion referenced assessments, we are now bringing aspects of Study Island into Exact Path. So now, if you choose, you can add this into your Exact Path account, and you can get formative assessments, 10 questions at a time, powerful 10-question item sets that you can assign to kids based on topic, based on standard, in grades 3 through 8 on the ELA side and in the math side. And again, these are all criterion reference. These are all standards based. So this is a way for you to formatively assess, are my students working toward grade level standards? Now, the benchmark side of things, some states across the country now are also receiving a pilot of our benchmark assessments, already created assessments, longer assessments that you can be giving, or that they in those states, not in Illinois quite yet, but in those states can be giving to their students to, again, determine growth toward grade level standards throughout the year. So again, everything that's in this green dashed rectangle here, that's our goal with an Exact Path, is to help you create a balanced assessment system and keep all of that, house all of that within the Exact Path platform. If you're one of our current partners who are using Exact Path, if you have any questions, if you'd like to talk a little bit more about some of these updates that are coming this summer, please reach out to me. If you are brand new to Exact Path, if you're thinking about your RTI or your MTSS program and how a program like this might help accelerate the growth for your students, and you haven't started using Exact Path yet, please reach out to me. Happy to talk with you at any time. Thank you so very much for your time here today.